The tempeh is such a good texture for this.
It is. We don't crumble enough tempeh, you know?
We really don't.
Yeah. What's up, guys? It's Kat and Dev from Two Market Girls. Welcome back to another vegan recipe. Today, we're making a pasta sauce? Is that what this is?
Pasta.
Just it's pasta.
It's pasta.
Fancy
it's like,
pasta.
Is it? I don't think it's fancy. It's like a classic Italian dish.
I think it's pretty fancy.
Okay, it's fancy according to Devin. It's
the name sounds fancy.
Bolognese.
Yes. Okay? Like, spaghetti and meatballs doesn't sound fancy. Bolognese does.
That's fair. It does sound fancier than spaghetti and meatballs. So yeah, we made a vegan bolognese. We basically did a tempeh and mushroom mix to replace the beef that would normally be in bolognese. And it's so good.
Very tasty.
It's so flavorful. Did you actually put the Marmite in it? I didn't know if you would have it or not.
I do not have Marmite.
Okay, I didn't think so.
Do you think I'm missing out?
No, I think it just adds like another depth of flavor and like umami flavor.
Man, I love umami.
It's fine. That's why I marked it as optional, because I knew a lot of people probably wouldn't have it.
Okay. Before we get into the recipe, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future vegan recipes every Sunday and whatever Wednesdays, every other Wednesday. And let's go make this bolognese.
To make your tempeh mushroom bolognese, first you're going to start off by adding some yellow onion, celery, and carrot to a food processor and pulse that until it's finely chopped. And we're just going to set that aside. To a nonstick skillet or a cast iron pan like I am, you're going to heat some oil over medium heat, and then we're going to add in some crumbled tempeh. We're going to cook that, stirring occasionally until it's nice and brown and there's some crispy bits of it. That should take about 5 or so minutes. Next up, we're going to add our onion, carrot, and celery mix and cook that, stirring occasionally for another 5 or so minutes. Next up, we're going to add some diced mushrooms, garlic, and mix that all together. Then we're going to add in some Italian seasoning, salt and pepper, and cook that for another 5 minutes. We're going to pour in a little bit of red wine, and then we're going to cook that for just a couple minutes until the wine just slightly reduces. Then we're going to add in a can of San Marzano tomatoes. If you don't want to use San Marzano tomatoes, you can use just regular diced tomatoes. And then we're also going to add some Marmite. This step is optional. If you don't have Marmite, you don't have to use it. It just adds an extra little bit of kind of beefy flavor to it. Then we're going to stir that all together and bring that mixture to a boil, and then reduce the heat to low as soon as you get to the boil and allow that to just simmer. As you stir it though, you're going to want to make sure to break up those tomatoes, especially if you're using San Marzano whole tomatoes. You want to break it up into more bite-sized pieces, and as it cooks, it'll be easier and easier to break up. Then you want to sprinkle in some chili flakes and cover the skillet with a lid. Keep that heat on low and simmer for about 20 or so minutes. Every 5 or so minutes, you're going to want to check on it and just give it a quick stir. Finally, you're going to want to taste and adjust the seasonings if needed. So add a little bit more garlic or add a little bit more chili flakes if you want. And if you have it at this point, you can add in some fresh parsley. So here, if you are making this to store it for later, just make sure it completely cools before you add it to any jars and place that in the fridge to store. But if you're ready to eat it now, I suggest serving it on top of a nice bowl of spaghetti.
Okay, we try?
Try now.
We try.
Look at my beautiful plate.
Kat did spaghetti and I did tubes.
Do you know the name of that pasta?
No.
Me neither.
Now, I will say, I made this a couple days ago, so it's been reheated. It's great for meal prep. Great.
Accidental meal prep?
We did it again.
Look at us go.
Look at us go.
I made mine yesterday and it's still delicious, so. If anything, it's more flavorful because the flavors have had time to like sit in each other and absorb into each other. Oh, it's so good. It's just so like, there's this like such a nice deep rich flavor to it.
I was gonna say it's very comforting.
It is super comforting. Hutch had 2 servings of it. He liked it so much.
That's a pretty good sign.
Right, Hutch? Mm-hmm.
I'm very basic, and I just wanted to add melted cheese to it, but I was told that that would not be appropriate for a bolognese, so I
No.
didn't.
I don't need the Italians coming after me again.
Look, I like cheese, okay? Vegan cheese, obviously.
You could do a nice, like, parm on top, which would be really good. Or
I
think I want to, like, change up this, like, do it with, like, a rotini, or do it with, like, a penne, and do a bake, and then we can, like, mix some cheese into it to bake with it. It would be so good.
This would be perfect for that.
A cheesy bolognese bake.
Mm-hmm.
So it's right in the title. No one can get mad. The tempeh is such a good texture for this.
It is. We don't crumble enough tempeh, you know?
We really don't.
Yeah. Tempeh, the forgotten crumble. As usual, the recipe will be linked in the description box below. There's also a link to our podcast. It's called Camera Eats First. It comes out every Monday, everywhere that you get podcasts. We talk about things like veganism. We talk about how we make our recipes, how we run our blog, how life is going during physical distancing when we miss each other. But yeah, go check it out. Give it a listen. There's also a link to our Patreon account. Our patrons are some lovely people who help support the work that we do, and in exchange we give them some bonus content, like they get the recipe ahead of time, they get a mukbang, or they help contribute to future recipes and ideas that we're working on. If you're able to support us, we really, really appreciate it, and if not, give this video a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and send it to somebody who might enjoy this pasta.
Every
Pasta it
share,
on.
every comment, every like helps so much.
Pasta it on.
Huh?
Pasta it on.
Pasta it on.
It's not. It needs work.
Also, as well as the blog post linked below where the recipe will be, we'll have a list of substitutions that you can make in the recipe so that you can adjust it for the things that you have available near you or things that are just readily available in your fridge so that you don't have to leave your house if you don't need to.
What? I think that's it.
I'm gonna like go carb load now.
Right? Me too. What kind of... Oh, we didn't say what we were going to talk about in the comments.
Oh, right. What are we talking about in the comments?
I don't know. What kind of pasta should we make next?
Yeah, actually, tell me what kind... I've been really liking pasta lately. Pasta is such an easy dish, and, like, it's so good in quarantine.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about pasta. What's your favorite kind of pasta? What's one that you haven't veganized, but you would really like to veganize? My dish, I think, like, lasagna is still my favorite pasta ever, and it always will be. And, like, until we made our lasagna, I hadn't found one that was, like, really, really, like, the lasagna that I remembered. Like, there was good vegan lasagnas out there, just not the lasagna that I'm used to, like, my mom making and stuff like that. So, let us know if there's, like, a dish out there that you just haven't found the perfect one for you yet that's been able to replicate, like, that childhood favorite.
The perfect pasta is out there for you.
It is. Devin, what's your perfect pasta?
It's gotta be like either like buttery and garlicky or like creamy and cheesy.
It's mac and cheese?
Oh, shit.
Okay. We should go now, I guess.
We should
Bye,
go.
everybody.
Bye.
I can't wait for all the pasta talk.
Oh.
Oh, pasta talk.
Love a good pasta talk. Bolognese.
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 Oreo.
Oreo.
Okay. Should we just have a playlist on YouTube that's accidental meal prep?
Yeah. Stuff that you can make a big batch of and it still tastes good a few days later. That's how we define meal prep.